Just a quick check-in because we are about to head to Venice. Made to the train station, hopefully no casualties. As far as I know and we know, we'll see. But yeah, we're getting on major train, about an hour trip. Once we get to Venice, it's a vaporetto to Combo, then a tour, and then figure out everything else from there. But yeah, a lot of teaming up and a lot of adventuring when we get to Venice. So, this is going to be interesting.
Siamo in arrivo a Castello di Tobeco.
What a way to be welcomed into Venice. We made it. Made it to Combo, and I have an entire room to myself. These are some of the best that they have. I mean, there's a little bit of a kitchenette, separate bathrooms. It's crazy, but yeah. I get this all to myself. Don't know how I feel about it.
I'm not going to. There's buses.
Crossing our first bridge of many.
The first of 384 bridges. Whoa.
384.
384. Venice is a very easy city. What the city is 118 islands, 384 bridges. Stop. That's Venice. So every time that you cross a bridge, you leave one island and you reach next. And in every island, if you have time to walk around, you will see the church, the meeting place of the community. Then a social place, which is the square, and the cistern for the rainwater. Another bridge, couple of streets, couple of canals, a public square, the church, and the cistern. That is how the city is still organized. And if you really miss school, you can take this street here, and at the end there is a high school. Classical high school, which means for us, whenever they study also Greek and Latin, which is called the Marco Foscarini, where my daughter studied. Now she's decrepitly old, but this is what she did high school. And if anybody of you plays tennis, what do you need? What do you use to play tennis?
Racket.
A racket, you know? So you can do like a fancy picture whenever you go through the very last bridge. Not this first, but the second, you cross it. The name of the street under the bridge is Calle Racchetta, the street of the racket. That was a bit larger, and this is where they were playing rackets, they were playing tennis, not with our balls now, but very, very light klein little. You will never see a Venetian sitting on the steps because the steps, these are streets.
This really does feel like the back streets.
Back streets is the way for us to go home. You know, generally we prefer to go to the back streets, even if it will be a little bit longer, because apart from some crazy so because now whenever you enter, you know, on Google or you know whatever strange, they give you the informations. Till a few years ago, with no Facebook, no nothing, was much more secret for us to bring our children. That's the street.
Oh my gosh.
Esatto.
Just a chance to see the communities that are created here in Venice. Brings back memories.
From a Venetian point of view, a gondola ride is not a stuff for tourists. This is the way to understand what Venice is. You will see Venice from the waterfalls in exciting canals. That's the best way to Ciao. Venuti? Dai, ai, ai. Ciao.
That is the Bridge of Sighs. It was when prisoners were sentenced in the courthouse. They were sent over here to the prison. This was their last chance to see freedom. It's a really interesting location. We have arrived at St. Mark's Square. There are the two lions that mark the entrance to the square. And once we get around here, we can see it a little bit from here. There's the Campanile. Really interesting to climb up there, but of course that's a major tourist destination. But here it is, St. Mark's Square, the cathedral. So, time for a Amazing Race quick fact. So, surprisingly enough, Venice has only been visited twice. Once in season 4, the other in season 29, so a huge dispersion. But yeah, season 29 was where we had to find a street sweeper here in the square, and once they found them, they get their next clue. But yeah, this place is really, of course, famous and really cool. Glad we got to experience it. And there's some jazz over there. Venice has everything. Yes.
So where do you want your school picture?
Potter Clock Tower
To the church.
and the Basilica. So many streets, so many stores, so much to enjoy. This is all a lot to take in. History show. Here's the Rialto. And a quick go outside and get a good view from the center, and then time for a snack. This is the central part of the Rialto. And then here's the view of the Grand Canal. And just nice kiosks, some that you find like at the state fair. Not to mention pure juice, which does sound pretty good. Okay, just found this place. As I said, macaron al gelato, so yeah, not only that, but Amarino was the name of a place in Paris that I visited. Really enjoyed it, had a great selection, so heck yeah, I'm getting something from here because this looks great. So this is what I got. It's a macaron with gelato in the center, and the inside, I'd say it's definitely more focused on these, and it looks fantastic, and I can't wait to try it. It looks so good, it's raspberry. Scusa. So this is Campo San Marco, and a little bit unsure, but if I remember correctly, for the Amazing Race, this was visited again during season 29, and here, teams had to come for a part of the detour, which was either becoming gondoliers or having to navigate through all of the tight corridors and streets of Venice and deliver suitcases. If I remember correctly, this is the one that would have been for suitcases, and yeah. Well, I mean, it's a nice place to visit, but maybe a little bit anticlimactic in terms of like what to expect from maybe an Amazing Race point of view. That's just me speaking. I'm an Amazing Race buff. I'll visit any location. But yeah, cool vista, cool visit, and nice exploration. While it's strange, if it's available, I'm gonna try and eat at the Hard Rock, Venice, because not only for something familiar and comfortable, but why not? This is something to be able to pass the time and enjoy. So the place that was over there was the store, not the actual restaurant. I had to go back to St. Mark's Square. But yeah, we're here. Let's do it. Now I'm gonna have to explain a little bit why I'm doing this. So, when my mom and I traveled for FCCLA, we almost always with the kids visited a Hard Rock Cafe in that city because major conferences were in major cities, and that's where Hard Rock Cafes were. So, as to semi-hold up the traditions, but also just to look for something that's a little bit more comfort to be able to make it through the last 2 days. And I mean, I'm just saying the view here and the ambiance, it's great. It's not like only going exotic, but yeah, a chance to experience something that's very similar to the United States in, well, Venice. So yeah, I went to see what's on the menu. Third venture we visited in several different cities. This is the Teatro dei Goldini. There we go. Famous theater. I don't know if there's anything here to see, so per se, but let's see. It's a good thing to pass by. Another pasticceria. A whole lot of cannolis. Look at all them cannolis. And after some fun navigating and following the suggestions of our professors with getting lost, while at the same time following my navigation and just, I'd say more primarily following my navigation, made it back to Combo. So our first day in Venice was very interesting. So, I mean, just coming in, the city is magnificent. So just coming in was incredible, and also having an interesting welcome. But I do have an answer to that. There is a special performance going on that is, well, it's performances of Baroque music, and it's performed in full costume to fit the period. So I'm betting that's what those are for. From that, figure out where to go from. I'd like to go because I found the venue, so that would be an interesting thing to maybe do as a group. Otherwise, as for the other events, I mean, we got to explore the streets of Venice and just navigating and understanding the full history of it, as well as understanding, I mean, our tour guide really summed up perfectly the idea of it. Venice was a country that wasn't interested in conquering or the base of, well, I guess being a kingdom. It was a society based on multicultural values, while also working to work with others and not focus on superiority. So this city is really incredible, not to mention also the friendliness of it. And I mean, there's tons of footage with it, but yeah, there's so much with Venice, and I mean, we've kind of just barely started to explore. St. Mark's Cathedral and the square were really nice to see. I got a photo of the setting sun, and I'd like to also do some more night exploring, hopefully with somebody, because we also visited the Rialto, of course, but like all of that at night would be really cool to see. But yeah, went to the Hard Rock, which may sound strange, but like I said, there are reasonings behind it. And now I'm all charged up and ready to enjoy the rest of my time in Venice to the fullest. So, as for tomorrow, we are headed to the glass factory and then kind of figuring out what else to do with the day. We can visit the Biennale, or there's some other events going on, but we'll see. So yeah, Venice Day 1, incroyable, using my French. But yeah, I can't wait to see what else we can do. And of course also, just to say, actually, Venice is amazing. And with the chance to be able to see the amazing race locations, I can't wait to make my own adventures and my own path. And yeah, just enjoy Venice.